Alright, good morning everybody. Nick with NK Landscaping yet again. We got an interesting one today. So we're in the city of Peekskill. They just happen to be doing some road work, and we're just able to fit in this tight driveway. This is actually the neighbor's driveway. So we're going to be these gutter pipes. There's one here, one down there, and then one at the corner of the house. We're going to be digging down the side of the house here, sealing the foundation, putting new gutter pipes in, and a foundation drain because they're getting some water in this corner. So we got to pop out a couple plants. Just gonna store them here for now. We're gonna get this all dug up, clean, so we can seal the foundation, and then that's got to dry basically overnight. And when we show up tomorrow, we'll have a load of gravel, and we will get this all backfilled with pipe and get it extended out past the fence. Everything's really tight here. We got permission through the neighbors to use their driveway for this one. But we're gonna get started pulling out these plants and start digging. So the job has changed a little bit. The scope of work is still the same, it's just the method is a little different. So as you can see, the foundation, this is a stone foundation. This is a pretty old house, and the foundation kind of bumps out with stone and mortar. So we were digging with the machine, and I didn't want to hurt anything. I was able to dig a little bit up there with the machine, but for the most part it's hand excavation now. Luckily the soil is pretty sandy, very dry. So we've been digging down the side of the driveway here, just loading into the bucket, swinging around, dumping it in the trailer. It's working. So we got to get down right to the end here, and then the pipe is just going to outlet right after this gutter. I'll go a little farther. You can see, I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it. There's a black corrugated pipe right there. So that's the old gutter drain that was failing. It was completely collapsed and clogged. There's a little bit of it right there. So we're getting all this dug out. We're gonna clean this foundation sill pretty well, try to seal the best we can. It's kind of tricky now that this is stone. There's so many gaps to fill, but we're gonna do our best to clean that up, and then that'll dry overnight, and we'll come back tomorrow with clear gravel, and get all our pipes installed, excuse me. So yeah, it's coming along. At least it's not the worst digging. It is pretty warm here today, and I think it's supposed to be a storm rolling through in a few hours, so we'll see what we can get done before it rains. But that's my little update for now. We'll keep on digging. Alright, so we got everything excavated, and we put in the gutter drain pipe for now, just in case it does rain. We don't want that to fill up with water. So hopefully we're gonna come back today. If not, we'll be back tomorrow to seal what's there of the foundation, and then start backfilling with stone. We gotta put the gutter pipe, the foundation drain pipe as well. So check in with you with the next step. All right, we're back for day 2. We're gonna excavate down a little more in this area. Kurt's here. He's gonna end up mortaring some of these larger holes in the rock foundation, just so that seals up better, and then we can seal it later. But for now, we're going to install our pipe foundation drain, starting right before that T there. We're going to Y it out, come up through here, and then we'll backfill everything with gravel. And then tomorrow we'll come back and finish up everything with top coated river rock. Should be a wrap on this one. Alright, so we got the majority of the 3/4 inch stone backfilled in there, and then we sealed the foundation. So that's got to dry. We mortared as well, any of the big gaps along the foundation down along the side a little bit. So this is all sealed and has to dry for tomorrow. And then we'll come in and we'll rake this out. And I think we're going to end up topping this with river rock, just so it's a, you know, completely coarse drainage layer down the side of the house. I fixed that little corner of, did the smaller 90s just because it was looking a little weird with the big ones. So that's all nice and tidied up, and the foundation drain is in place. So we'll check in tomorrow when we come back, and that should be basically it on this one. We just have to, there's those 3 plants right there that we're probably just gonna end up planting in that retaining wall box. But other than that, not much more we can do today until this all dries. So we'll see you tomorrow. Alright, we're back on this one. The town's still doing the utility work. They actually got the road shut down, so they were nice enough to put a plate down so we could get the excavator out. Now we just gotta wheelbarrow some river rock onto the side of the house, and then we're done. So I'm gonna load the wheelbarrow here with the excavator. We'll wheel it over, just a couple loads. It's just a yard of river rock, and then we'll wrap everything up and be done with it. Alright, that's a wrap on this one. We got all of our river rock installed up and down the side. So any water that does fall on this is going to sink right down into the foundation drain and get carried away. 3 gutter pipes are now into the same pipe out there to that green pop-up emitter. So it's hard for you guys to hear me. They're doing a lot of road work and jackhammering, but this one came out pretty good. Really tight working conditions on this one, and a lot of different things going on here. A little bit complicated, but we're all set and we're headed home. Thanks for watching, guys. Alright guys, so I'm on a little trip to get some Unilock from the our nursery. I don't know if I got enough footage on this last job that we did, so I figured I'd kind of explain it a little bit, because I don't think I went into super great detail of what we were doing there. But basically, they were getting some water in their basement. The basement floor was like 40 inches from the grade of the dirt outside, 40 inches down from that at its tallest point, and then down at the bottom, the ground actually went below the bottom of the basement. So what we came in to do was excavate down that side of that foundation. You can see that tight workspace that we were in. We actually had access through the neighbor's driveway. They were nice enough to give us permission to work from there. So we started digging with the excavator. Found that the foundation is stone. The house is old enough where it's a stone foundation instead of like a poured foundation or like a brick foundation. So we went in there. I took a couple scoops with the excavator. Found that the foundation like jutted out. I guess they built those back when they built those stone foundations. They built them pretty wide. I'd say 2.5 to 3 feet wide. We found that, and found that there were some loose stones on the foundation itself, so we didn't want to dig too hard with the excavator. So what we ended up doing was just switching over to the grading bucket, hand excavated all down the side of the foundation, just shoveling into the grading bucket of the machine, spinning around, dumping it in the trailer. And then once we had everything excavated, I put in my gutter drain. Then we put in our foundation drain, so it's a perforated pipe with a filter fabric on top. Then we were able to clean as best we could the rock foundation to expose any kind of gaps or holes that might have been in there, and there were some. that water could have been getting into, so we mortared those up. And then once that was all mortared, we put a layer of it's like a tar foundation sealer over that, and allowed that to cure for a whole night. And then when we went back, we also that same day backfilled the trench with 3/4 inch clear gravel for drainage, and we just kind of raked that back to the side so it wasn't on top of the foundation, so we could seal. And then today we came back and we just top coated the last little bit with decorative river rock. The original plan was to leave that a garden, like half of it was a garden and then half in the back would have been stone. But after excavating everything and finding out how far the foundation stuck into the excavated area, it didn't make sense to put any dirt back. That soil was just going to stay too dry because of our drainage that we put in, and plants really weren't going to do so well in there anyway. So we just did a decorative river rock coating on top of all the 3/4 stone. So now any precipitation or anything, the driveway had a strip of Belgian block down the side, so the neighbor's driveway, the water that would fall on that would be pretty well contained and not go near their foundation. But any precipitation or anything, runoff that made its way into that trench will get carried away by the foundation pipe. And then the 3 gutters, which we think were a big contributing factor to water in the basement, the gutter pipes all got carried away. So we were able to finish that up. Like I said, I wasn't able to do as much filming as I wanted to just because it was a tight area and they were doing, I believe, some utility work. I think they were doing something with a gas line. They started kind of down the street from our access to the driveway, and then actually today they had a trench dug right across the driveway. The guys were nice enough to open up the road they had closed. They let us park kind of in there, and then they put a plate over the trench so we could get the excavator out, and then we finished up everything just with a wheelbarrow. So I just figured I'd record this. I don't even think I'm going to use it, who knows. But thanks for watching, guys. Keep on commenting. I see a couple of you guys commenting pretty regularly, and it's nice. It's nice to see that you guys are enjoying what we're putting out there. So check back in on the next one, and we'll see you on the next job. Lots more coming.